welcome to Student Hacks. I'm your host, Sarah Vanoz. Today we will be talking about tips and tricks to help you get the upper hand on your midterms. We have two special guests that is going to tell us about some tips and tricks. Welcome, Ryan and Kitty. So I heard both of you are average students, and I really want to know, what are your tips and tricks for studying?
There's not many tips for me. It's just like the night before exam, I try to remember as many as I can, and yeah, just good luck and yeah.
That's a good tip. And how about you, Ryan?
My main tip for studying is write it all on your arms, you know? You could have it on a piece of paper and be reading it from there, but if you write it all on your arms, there's a chance that when you go into school the next day for the test, your teacher isn't going to notice that it's all written on your arms, and you can just have all the answers ready to go.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, I didn't know that. So do you find that you have any lucky charms that help you study?
For me, not really.
Okay.
Like I feel like if I feel interest in this subject, then I will definitely pass. But then if I don't, then yeah, I think lucky charm won't help me anyway.
Okay, and how about you, Ryan?
Well, other than my forearms, you know, to put the words on, well, I've got this lucky charm. It's a shrunken head. My mother gave it to me actually on my 17th birthday. I think it's from Chicago. I think they shrink heads there. Yeah, it's just a shrunken head. I keep it on me. I wear it around my neck at all times. It's under here right now actually, and you know, it brings me good luck.
Oh, wow. Well, I had no idea you could shrink heads, but that's a really good point. So actually, do you ever lose sleep over studying at all?
Oh, not at all, because I think sleep is the most important thing to ensure you to have a good mind and mood the next day. So I never study late.
Okay, and how about you, Ryan?
I never lose sleep over studying, but you should hear about a friend of mine I've got. He plays so many video games. He stays up all night before tests. He's this guy. His name is Dan. He's so terrible for studying, man. He stays up all night, loses sleep, and doesn't even get the studying done.
Oh, wow. Well, I definitely will take some of those tips from Dan. I mean, what else do you do studying before a test?
I think I would just eat a good meal and just ensure I got enough energy for the next day and drink a glass of milk before I sleep.
Perfect. And okay, cool. And how about you, Ryan?
I'm also a glass of milk when studying type of guy. You gotta have a glass of milk when you're studying. No matter what kind of studying you do, you just gotta have that glass of milk there.
Sweet. Perfect. Glass of milk. Awesome. Well, that's all right now. And we actually have Katie coming up next, who is a very, very awesome pro studier. So right after this break, we'll have Katie here. Yay. Welcome back to the second half of our show. This is where we let the pro inform you about the best tips and tricks and hacks that will take your grades to the next level. Welcome, Katie.
Thanks for having me, Sarah.
Awesome. So what would you recommend people for pre-test stress?
Definitely a big thing is that time management. Make sure that you're kind of allotting yourself enough time to be able to go through the materials and the content that you need just to be able to get through all that studying. And of course, too, don't procrastinate. Don't keep yourself waiting to that last minute, and never celebrate too early that you're done. Realistically, you're only done once that test is done.
Yeah, true. So what are the usual tips that people use?
Most of the times, a lot of people like to rewrite their notes, kind of reading those notes aloud too, and then a lot of repetition and having that normal sleep schedule too.
Okay, cool. And so what do you avoid before taking the test?
Obviously, it's a lot of making sure you're not surrounding yourself with distractions. A lot of the times, people tend to try to do study groups, and they are very helpful for certain crowds, but there are certain people who just get too distracted and everything. So definitely don't be going out to parties or loud places, just so that you're able to kind of keep your focus on what you need.
Wow, Katie. So I noticed that you brought some props here with you today. Can you explain them to me?
Yes, so we actually do have some gum and then some cologne here as well, just because these are typically kind of just a different way for people to study. A lot of the times when you've associated something with a taste, something like mint or even a smell, it can kind of reset
like a good
your
aroma.
brain. Exactly.
Yeah, okay,
it kind of just goes back to it to be able to kind of refresh your memory.
Okay, well, Katie, thank you so much for those pros and tips. And honestly, that is it for today's show. But hopefully that you guys actually know about awesome study tips from this segment. Thank you so much. All right, and yeah.